Hey y'all, Bunkle here. Hope you've been having a great day. Hope every day is blessed for you. I know that today's been a really good day on my side. Been a bit hectic, bit busy, just a lot of things always going on, but that's a typical day in my life, that's for sure. There's rarely a day that's not something going on. So it calling it interesting might be might be the wrong word. If every day is busy and hectic and all of that, it's a normal day. So I guess today was a normal day in my world. But yeah, no, again, just a whole bunch of stuff, and sometimes I don't know. Maybe you want to sit back and just take a breather, and just taking that breath every once in a while is really good. Even if you have a day that's not as busy as other days might be, or as hectic, or with as much going on, just to take a breather, give thanks for a minute, just to reflect on what the day has been so far, and what else you might want to do with it, and just things that the day is. Anyway, just my thoughts for this video. Again, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel if you've been here before. In this video, I'm going to be opening up a box of 1990 Upper Deck baseball. Now, I'm going to be opening this box up. I'm only going to be opening half the packs in this box. The other half of the packs, they're going to be going up on the shelf for another day. Another video, whatever it might be. Now, this is a fresh wrap box. It still has the Upper Deck label and all of that other great stuff on here. Things that I'm going to be looking for in here. Of course, the Ken Griffey Jr. is an iconic card in this series. The Larry Walker rookie, Sammy Sosa rookie, a few other rookies that are part of this. There's cards, if you look at PSA value or trying to make some cash off of cracking boxes or opening packs. Part of what you'd be looking for, of course, would be the Griffey. Sorry about that, y'all. As always, you know what? There's one thing or another that can always happen, no matter what anybody's doing, and that was just a honeydew moment again. Had to go take care of something real quick. It's pouring rain outside right now while I'm videoing this, so had to move a couple things around real quick. It is what it is. Pouring rain in New Jersey, and we want to make sure that certain things don't get damaged outside. Changing weather and all of that other stuff, getting ready for the end of October, beginning of November. So anyway, enough about all that. Let's get back to baseball cards. 1990 Upper Deck baseball. Now, as I was mentioning, looking for the Griffey Jr. It's a second-year card. Now, there's two different varieties. One is without the copyright, and one is with the copyright. The one without the copyright is definitely valued a lot higher, anywhere between $150 and $200. Some sales have been above $200, $225, $250. I've seen online as far as sales made over the last year, depending on what auction platform you're looking at. I was looking at a couple other websites today, also just looking at values and quantities and all of that other stuff, populations. If you went to go get these graded by SGC or CGS, sure, the value might be a little bit lower, but of course your turnaround time and your expense as far as having them graded is definitely a lot faster and lower priced. So it's one thing to keep in mind. There's also been a lot of talk as far as PSA being excessively tough on grading over the last month. I know that some of the other people that I watch sent some cards in for grading that in their eyes and mine, they thought were 9s or 10s, and they came back as low as a 6. They're going to crack those and resubmit either to PSA or somewhere else, looking for that better grade. Just thinking that in the rush that PSA is doing to try to catch up on their backlog, some cards that people are receiving back were still from early in 2021. So they still have some kind of a backlog, and they're I don't know, shuffling things in. It's not really a first in, first out. It's a who knows type thing right now. They may have brought extra people in or all of that, but anyway, enough with the card companies, with the grading companies. Other cards I'd be looking for in here, of course, are your Hall of Famers, your Nolan Ryans, Bo Jacksons. Other cards, if you're looking for value cards, Darryl Strawberry has some really good sales, strong sales, somewhere in the $100 range. The Nolan Ryan without the stripe, that's card number 754. There's a stripe and no stripe variety. There's a George Brett error with no copyright and 133 runs, which should be 1,300 runs, and a couple other varieties as far as that goes. No idea why the Paul Sorrento card. There's only been one sale in the last year and a half in a PSA 10, according to the PSA website. Now, they could be off also. I've been cleaning up aberrations that I found on the PSA website, just reporting things that were not right. Multi-card sales that were listed as one card, and auto cards that were not listed as autographed, and all sorts of stuff. So it seems like the PSA website, as far as what their recent price in PSA 10 or PSA whatever, it's not entirely accurate either. I think they need some IT help or some data entry help or some kind of help. I don't know. I think they're just becoming more of a mess. But yeah, anyway, other rookies I'd be looking for would be like Dean Palmer rookie, Deion Sanders rookie, the card that's labeled Rookie Threats, which is the Expos rookies from back when, the Tino Martinez rookie, whatever other Hall of Famers. So again, I'm only going to be cracking half this box in this opening, and I'm going to get started with this. Let's take the upper left corner. Now, in a box of these, there are 36 packs, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be doing 18 in this. So I got the upper left corner, and I'll take the lower right corner. I don't know why, but I got into the habit of doing that, just maybe mixing it up a little bit. And I hope I didn't do any damage to anything there. If I can get my fingers to work correctly, that'd probably be a great thing. Now, yeah, I know the Wall of Fame has changed a little bit over the last couple videos, and there's going to be some back and forth as far as how all that goes. Right now, I have some boxes back there as opposed to the standard stack or the black shade. Again, life is always in motion, always in transition. Don't exactly have a stable 100% place that I'd be opening these. But you know what? I'm going to be doing it however, wherever, whenever I can. I mean, I tend to open baseball card packs on the fly anyway. Baseball card, football card, hockey card, I don't care. Whether it's on video or off video. So get this rolling with pack number 1 here. I got my frappers ready. Been getting a couple comments also, by the way, on how I call them frappers. I definitely appreciate that. To me, it's better than prappers or penny wrappers. And they sure aren't free. But yeah, I definitely appreciate any and all comments or questions or thumbs up or subscribers and all of that. Absolutely 100%. Got Ellis Burks leading us off. And we already got some flippage going on, but I'm happy to see. First Hall of Fame card, Ricky Henderson. That's a nice find. In my eyes, it's definitely off center. A bit top to bottom and left to right, but I'm going to keep that in the Hall of Fame pile there. Now, I'd also tell you to take a look at my eBay shop. I have more and more cards going up on there, whether it's packs of Hall of Famers or team packs, baseball, football, hockey. Still in the process. It's a newer store set that I'm setting up, as opposed to another store that I've had there for a few years. I'm just trying to separate and segregate stuff as part of my reseller and sports card hobby. There's going to be a mix of stuff there. There's been a mix of stuff there. And if anybody has stopped by and purchased anything, I definitely appreciate it. I do know that there have been a couple sales on the Hall of Fame pack over the past week, which I definitely appreciate. If it was somebody on this channel, let me know. Let me know. That package is going to be going out a couple days after I film this. All right, we got a Marquis Grissom, star rookie there. That's a great card. I like Marquis Grissom. Him and DeShields were definitely part of that core that Montreal was putting together back then. A couple really great players, and they had some great pitchers back then. A lot of people may or may not know. That's where Pedro got his start also. Randy got his start there. So they were putting together Hall of Fame caliber everything at that time, although, of course, that early in their career, they were only potential Hall of Famers as opposed to true Hall of Famers. And there was no way possible that they could have kept a team with as many future Hall of Famers and other great players that they had intact. I mean, they didn't have the budget for all of that. It just went through the roof. Anyway, we're up to pack number 2 here, and I see Joe Oliver. Just that mug looking at us. What the heck you opening these packs for? Got Greg Olson, and we got some more flippage going on. Now, that was kind of common in 90, as far as upper deck, cards back and forth, up and down, all sorts of mess. Got the California Angels there. Randy Milligan, and some more flippage going on. Checklist. All right, let's see. Get those going somewhere. Seeing Stan Javier. Ozzie Smith. All right, nice card. Great in action shot there. Wizard of Oz at his best. I mean, the only other thing they would have needed to do is get him doing a backflip or a cartwheel like he used to do. Got Marty Barrett. Now, I would have been real excited to find that back in 90. I mean, although it is kind of odd seeing Mark McGwire running, you know, it is what it is. He did have to run from one base to another from time to time occasionally. I'm going to keep that in the good pile with Marquis Grissom. Lenny Dykstra, Rick Cerrone, R.J. Reynolds, Joe Hesketh, Dwight Smith. Sorry if I slipped off screen there for a second. And another checklist. Got 2 checklists in the same pack. That's not a great sign. Another thing that I've noticed with the 90 upper deck is from time to time you're going to get a pack that has duplicate cards in it. Again, collation and sorting and all of that back then was not what it is now, although I've seen it happen nowadays also. So I guess even comparing it to now's not perfect either. Got Jack Clark leading us off with this pack. Rafael Palmeiro. Tom Glavine. All right, great card there. Nice card. That's what the back looks like. And for cards with or without the trademark, that's where that would be. I'm going to put him in the Hall of Fame pile. And yeah, I'm setting up the Hall of Fame pile as opposed to the Wall of Fame. The Wall of Fame is going to be up there also. But not everybody that's Hall of Fame necessarily gets to be Wall of Fame here in my house. Gary Reedus. Got Kirk Gibson. And we got our next hologram here. I don't remember what the first one was. I don't think I even mentioned it. This one looks like it's the... really hard to tell. I'll have to take that offline and look. Mitch Williams, Willie Randolph. I'll spend 20 minutes trying to focus it on camera here. Tony Armas, Los Angeles Dodgers. It's Oral Hershiser there. Nice card there. Now, I could be wrong, but I do believe that there's some value in that card as well. So maybe I'm going to throw that one up on the side. Again, when I talk about some value, I look at what the price of grading might be, and if it's a perfect cut card and all of that other good stuff. And this one on the back definitely is off top to bottom. I mean, if you look at the top border there compared to the bottom, the front also top to bottom is off. Right to left looks spot on, but top to bottom looks definitely funky. So I'm going to keep that there because centering is extremely important when you're getting your cards graded, as I'm sure many viewers know. And if you're new to card collecting, new to the hobby, it's one of the things with vintage cards that centering was definitely off on many, many cards. It's one of the reasons why PSA 10s have a lot higher value than PSA 9s. Typically, if you have a perfect card with perfect borders, perfect edges, not perfect borders, but perfect edges, perfect corners, perfect shine, not a ding, not a dot, not a spot, and the centering's off, you're not going to get higher than a 9. I mean, some companies might look at it a little bit differently depending on how badly the centering is off. They all have their different tolerance levels. But it's part of what they consider as far as grading. We got Greenwell leading us off in this pack. Rocket Roger. Really nice card there. Will he be Hall of Fame? I hope to find out in my lifetime. That's a great card. I'm going to keep that in the good pile. Ken Howell. Got Eric Shaw. Barry Lyons. Von Hayes. Bobby O. Dave Stewart. Great pitcher with the A's. Recently passed away. This one I can read. Philadelphia Phillies is my holographic logo there. Pat Tabler. Ron Hassey. All right, who's that with the Angels? Maybe y'all could see better than I can. Having the name of the player on top of that dark blue is definitely not conducive to reading, that's for sure. Got George Canale, Eric Plunk, Bob Geron, and Billy Ripken, Ripken Light. Now, on these packs, of course, it says you can win 1991 something. Again, my eyes, maybe, you know what, it's age or whatever, and I don't think I need the cutter on these. I think I'm going to do better like that. Now, back then, there weren't as many insert-type cards or refractor-type or any of that kind of stuff that you see now, this pink, purple, green, blue, rainbow, all this other stuff. Got Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. Keep that one in the Hall of Fame pile. Ryan Sandberg, all right. That's leading off to be a nice pack. Bob Kipper, and as soon as I say something, they stop. Rob Dibble. Got some flippage going on there. Let's get that straight. Lenny Dykstra. He had a great career, but all sorts of legal trouble after that. Kent Herbeck. Jim Clancy, Tim Wallach. And our logo hologram is Wonderfully Invisible. Let's see, maybe I can, nope, I can't see it on camera. And yep, that's me. Nope. Jeff Treadway, Phil Bradley, Kurt Young, Tony Armas, Jim Weatherby, Zane Smith, and Mackie Sasser. So we're definitely Wall of Fame light so far in opening these. Nothing much to write home about yet. I mean, there are definitely some cards that I've put into the two separate piles there, the Hall of Fame pile and the non-Hall of Fame, but of potential value. But nothing that I'd really put up on the Wall of Fame. Maybe I'm just being difficult today. When I'm filming this, my Yankees were knocked out of the championship by the Astros not too long ago, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So, got Dave Gallagher second there. So I don't know when I'm going to be putting this up for publishing. It might be days after. So yeah, when you see it, it may not even be 2022 anymore. So. Got Alan Anderson, Eddie Murray, great Hall of Fame player there. The Montreal Expos. Now that one I can read. Tim Burtsas, Keith Miller. Why did I flip those around? I don't know, because they just ended up more flipped. Rob Nelson, Ben McDonald. Now, great example of somebody who was on a Hall of Fame trajectory from before he got into the majors, or so the media would have you believe. All the hype would have you believe, and it fizzled out. That's what happens. I mean, got injured, and that's it. So I would tell you, with modern cards, if you're into modern, like anything recent, you got to kind of be careful also, because anything can happen. Sure, if a player has 5, 6, 7, 8 years already in, talking like Trout or Judge, where you know what, if they would retire, if something happened to them next week, their candidacy for the Hall of Fame might not be questioned, but you have your others that could be. So that's something to keep in mind. Not everybody that you think is going to be a Hall of Famer is going to be a Hall of Famer. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a Hall of Fame. It would be a Hall of everybody. Got Bo Diaz, Cal Daniels again, Will Clark. That's an interesting one. Okay, that's All-Star card. George Canali. Darryl Strawberry. All right, now that's one of the ones I'd be looking for. I'm going to put that up. I had actually personally admired Strawberry. Sure, he had a lot of troubles during his career. Very, very well documented. Baseball at that time and the teams he played with, sure, you could have stayed clean anyway. Seattle Mariners. You could have stayed clean anyway, but there was just a lot of stuff going on. Kevin McReynolds. Kenny Williams. And I guess what happens when a lot of kids, when they all of a sudden come into major money and they have not necessarily the best of influences around them, they can tend to go different paths that can ruin their career or potential career. And Strawberry is a good example of one that could have possibly been Hall of Fame. I mean, according to Ted Williams, he had Strawberry had the best swing he'd ever seen. And, I mean, his career proved it, despite the fact of all the trouble that he had. Now, of course, a lot of that trouble was self-made, self-imposed, or however you might want to see it. But again, it's part of the environment that he was in, and 80s, 90s were definitely a different time than now. Although, in some ways different, but in other ways very much the same. I mean, sure, the names and the things that they might get involved in might be slightly different, but there's always a temptation or something going on. Dave Parker, now that's somebody that should be in the Hall of Fame just based on numbers, statistics, and everything else, his career, his longevity. If you look at either old-style statistics or new-style statistics, there's no reason he shouldn't be in, but he's not in yet. I suggest if you want a good just case study, you'd look at his career. Got another Ben McDonald. Kevin Elster. Mike Felder. That's a funny picture, honestly. I don't know if you've ever taken a look at the 1976 set. Kurt Bevequa, I believe that's how his name was pronounced, won the Bazooka Bubble Going Championship that year. And they actually have a baseball card that's dedicated to it. Take a look at it, look it up. I'm sure you could Google it and find it. But yeah, it's a pretty funny card. And compared to Kurt's Bubble, that's nothing. Bob Walk, Rockin' Robin. All right, nice card there. Happy to find that. Jeffrey Leonard and Roberto Alomar, Hall of Famer there. Great card there. It's his second year. Let's keep it rolling. So yeah, this half box has been pretty lightweight so far, I think. I mean, even considering the number of Hall of Famers and other great cards that I've seen, so far light, but that's okay. There's still a bunch of packs left to go. Tom Benziger, Kenny Rogers, not the singer, thank you. Gary Milkey, Boston Red Sox, looks like Roger Clemens to me. Yep. Now, this one, for some reason, I could read a little bit better than the other one. So I'm going to keep that over there in the good pile. I do believe that someday he's going to get nominated to the Hall of Fame, Old Timers Committee or whatever. Got the Dodgers there. I really do think so. Mike Lacoste, Roberto Kelly, Tom Drees. Jeff Musselman, Kent Herbeck again, Dave Valley, Frank DiPino, Louis Aquino, Scott Bankhead, and Benito Santiago. And why do I feel like there's another card? Oh, there is another card under there. Look at that. It's not too often you find some stickage on these. Herman Gonzalez. But those two felt like they were kind of stuck together a little bit. All right, next pack. Yeah, I was watching somebody recently that speeds up the video when they're like ripping the pack. Speeds it up just for those few seconds, and I'm thinking maybe I should start doing something similar, because I'm not always opening them that quickly, depending on the type of pack they are. Now, if I do that, I stop talking, and you know what? This is good. I get a chance to talk to y'all while I'm opening those. And sometimes it might be something interesting. Other times it might just be babble to you. But all good. Terry Francona card there. And we got the Chicago Cubs. All right. Chet Lemon. Mike Pags, Pagliarulo. Gene Harris, Randy Myers, Vaughn Hayes. Ed Whited, Jim Gantner, and Milt Thompson. All right, pop the next one. All right, Andy Hawkins, and more flippage going on. Of course. Carlos Quintana, Mark Portugal, Greg Swindell, Alfredo Griffin, Shane Rowley, Shawan Dunston, Ozzie Guillen. No, I'm not even going to bother turning those over. All right, and I do see another McGuire, but I want to try to read that first. All right, we got the Brewers, McGuire, Terry Francona again. Definitely has not aged well. I hope I've aged better than he has. Mike Stanton. Kirby Puckett. All right. Nice team card there. Hall of Fame pile. Dave Stieb. Should be Hall of Fame. Great pitcher. Phenomenal pitcher. But anyway, Tim Leary and Al Newman. All right. Next pack. Keep them cracking. All right, Tom Bolton. And already got some flipping going on. Jeff Finnis, Brett Saberhagen, Les Lancaster, Glenn Braggs, Juan Augusto. Come on, upperdeck, get your act together here. Terry Poole, Mike Moore, got the Cincinnati Reds, Johnny Franco, Dave Parker again, Randy Nosek, John Olerud. That's a great find. Olerud was another great player. I mean, he not Hall of Fame level, but definitely put up some good numbers in his career. That's his rookie. Would have definitely been excited to have found that back in the day. Pete Smith, Dave Stieb again, and Kevin Elster. I mean, back then, if you were going to ask somebody who would have a better career trajectory, who was going to be a better player overall, John Olerud or, let's say, Bo Jackson, I think it would be pretty evenly divided between the two of them. There's other player comparisons that you could look at from back then, and yeah, sure, they were both young, and you didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but I believe Olerud had higher projections. Bill Duran. And we got the flipping going on already again. Randy Milligan. And let's see. Greg Olson. Tommy Green. Orioles there. And I can't see who that is. I know it's not Ripken, so I'm not stashing it. Chris Sabo. Another one that had an excellent, excellent career. Great overall numbers, but nowhere near what they projected them to be at. Steve Sachs, another Cubs logo there. That's a nice one. All right. All right. I'm going to stay mature here and not make a joke about Dickie Thong. Sid Bream. There we go. That's a nice one. Cal Ripken Jr. I'll Wall of Fame that one up. That's a nice card. Rob Ducey, Tommy Jones, Jack Morris, Dave Winfield, Hall of Famer there. Great Padre, then great Yankee, great Angel. Overall, great player. I mean, I know him and one of the icons, Reggie, didn't exactly hit it off all too well, but that's all contractual stuff. And I guess, again, just who makes more money is who's the better player and who carries the seat, the butts in the seats and all of that. And there was definitely a lot of tension then. Got Roberto Kelly, John Kruk. And let's see what we got in here. All right. Tim Rock Reigns, nice Hall of Fame card there. Todd Betziger, and no matter how much I flip these, they just tend to be a mess anyway. Looks like Larry Bower to me. Well, maybe I'm wrong, and it doesn't matter. I can't see it anyway. Andy Bennis, Jamie Moyer. And our logo is the Baltimore Orioles. Good friend Card Wolf's Baltimore fan. Got Glenn Davis, Sid Fernandez, El Cid for you. Craig Worthington. Pat Sheridan, Andy McGaffigan, Joe Oliver. I tried to read that upside down. That was a mistake. Torey Lavulo. And Jerome Walton. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed to Card Wolf or you haven't watched any of his videos, I definitely suggest you give him a watch also. He's got this particular series he does once a week called Dorking with Dice that's actually pretty funny. He definitely has a good time opening packs also. Does a lot of vintage, multi-sport also, baseball, football, hockey, all sorts of stuff. His channel's actually really good. Very, very knowledgeable. I actually take lessons on pronunciation of hockey names from him. Got Mike Fitzgerald, Damon Berryhill. I mean, hockey's not my first language, so. Jesse Orozco. Why did I say Terry Orozco? I should know better than that. And with the Cleveland Indians, Guardians, Terry Mulholland, Gary Gaetti. Alex Trevino, Bob Boone, San Diego Padres. There we go. Nice logo card there. Darrell Evans, Gerald Young, Luis Salazar, Bill Wegman, Chad Kruger, and Willie Randolph. You know, again, it's one of the players that's seeing him in another uniform. To me, Willie Randolph is an all-time Yankee. Willie Randolph was the second baseman when I was a kid. I mean, he was the second baseman at the first ball game I went to in Yankee Stadium. Seeing him outside of Yankee uniform, it's you know what? It's a little bit disturbing. It's kind of like maybe some kid who knew Giancarlo Stanton as a Marlin or something like that. The uniform doesn't look right, and yeah, sure, players change teams and all that. Maybe more frequently now than then. Got Tom Brookins. There we go, Donnie Baseball. That's a nice one. Not Hall of Famer. Someday will be, in my opinion. But very, very off-center there. Got the rookie checklist. Andy Benes. Jack Doherty. And the Angels logo. Tony Pena. Rick Mailer. Got to find some more cards for the Wall of Fame here. Dave Clark. Greg Briley. Juan Samuel. Now we got it. Now we got one. Second year Randy. That's nice. Lou Whitaker. And Greg Walker. So in my opinion, the third one for the Wall of Fame tonight. Tonight, today, whenever you're watching. It's nighttime where I am. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. But that'll be the card number 3 to go up on the Wall of Fame. This is definitely a lightweight half box. I'm not thrilled with this. Not yet. I mean, these last packs could hold a gold mine in them. But not a single Ryan, not a single Griffey, not even any of the more minor ones. I'd be happy to find a George Brett non-error at this moment. Got Phil Brett. No, I'd be disappointed with that. Phil Bradley, Chuck Finley, Atle Hammaker, Jose Batista, John Olerud, Mackie Sassa, Rob Deere, and our logo is the Brewers again. Mike Marshall, Brooke Jacoby, Todd Froworth, Terry Steinbeck, Billy Hatcha, Mark Parent, Pete Incaviglia, and Tony Gwynn wrapping that one up. All right, well, that's a nice find. Keep that one in the Hall of Famer pile. And we're down to the last, but hopefully not least pack, because this has not been the best opening, that's for sure. All right. Ooh, okay. Starting off with Donnie Baseball there. Give me a second. Pardon me there. Drink of choice tonight is Bang Raging Raspberry Hibiscus. Not my favorite flavor from them. I tend to switch back and forth between different flavors. That's not my favorite. They had a chocolate one out for a little while, and Rain has that orange dreamsicle that's really good. Joey Cora, I hope they never take away the orange dreamsicle one. Jose Guzman, Chris Hammond, all right, Indians there. Indians. Jose Uribe, Harold Reynolds, Oakland Athletics, the A's logo there. Alejandro Pena, Greg Gagne, Bruce Ruffin, Jimmy Key, Joey Bell, Albert to you. Again, with the Indians, Norm Charlton, one of the nasty boys, Reds pitchers that were really, really tough, lights out tough back in the day. Doyle Alexander, and wrapping it up with Carlos Martinez. So all in all, this has been a real junk rip. We did get some good ones, that's for sure. Got the second-year Randy, got the Darryl Strawberry, got the Ripken. Happy about that. Did get some other good cards in here, although very off-center Mattingly's. The McGuires, absolutely. The Clemens. Got the Dodgers team card with Oral Hershiser on it, the Marquis Grissom rookie. None of the I guess the key rookies of this set did we get, though. Hall of Famers, we did get a bunch. Alomar there, Robin Yount, Murray, Ryan Sandberg, Baines, Glavine, Ozzie Smith, Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson's I kind of save for my personal collection if I don't have them. Now, of course, I do have the 90, and I think the condition that I have my 90 upper deck in is better than this one because of the centering. But, yep, anyway, hope you enjoyed. Make sure you comment, thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell button, all of that great stuff. Y'all take care. See you again soon. God bless always. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.